Hello everybody, welcome to day 4 of Leviathan week. It is Thursday morning. I am up, I am showered, I am cleaned. I went for my 8k walk at 7 o'clock in the morning and I feel better. I feel more revived, more awake than I did yesterday. I think I pushed myself far too hard on Tuesday, which made yesterday really difficult, but like I said, I took it a little bit easier yesterday, just did the Terminators, and now I'm wide awake and ready for today, which is good because today I'm going to try and tackle all 10 of the Flamer Marines. I've forgotten what they were called. But a full 10-man squad, which is a big ask for one day. Power Armor does not paint quickly, but I think it'll be really cool if I manage to get that done. So yesterday, like I said, I worked on the Terminators, and now the Terminators look pretty cool, including the teleport armor at the back. But actually, while I was watching a movie last night, I got a bunch of the base coats and stuff on this model that won't focus. Still a lot more work to go, but I'm really pleased that I managed to pull him out and get a bunch of paint on him yesterday as well. This is where the Flamer unit goes. I have transferred that over to my desk. So this is the beginning of today. 10 Marines. Gonna put them on their things, because for some reason for this challenge I haven't been using my paint handles, and I've noticed that I keep dropping them a lot. And it's kind of annoying, so I want to go back to using them like I have been doing for every model I've painted for the last 2 years, so I don't know why I stopped. But yeah, I'm in good spirits and I'm ready for the day. Let's show something really funny just for the sake of it. If you guys haven't seen the Golden Chin on Instagram, he's the guy I play most of my battle reports with, and because he plays a lot of battle reports here and he uses Iron Warriors a lot, his Iron Warriors are actually currently on display in my cabinets. So this is one of the most beautiful armies that kind of exists at the moment. It is his Iron Warriors collection. It is beyond beautiful and incredible. I mean, that's the only Defiler model I ever thought ever looked good, was his one. His Terminators, which you can't really see because of bad lighting. I mean, look at that guy. What a banner. So yeah, that's his amazing stuff. He is a Golden Demon Trophy winner. He is an absolutely amazing painter. He's the guy whose wedding I was just at the other day. So a good friend of mine, he's an important part of the channel. So if you do not know him, check him out. Go over to his Instagram, The Golden Chin. Give him a follow and check out his awesome stuff. You will not be disappointed. I'm sure I will show you something else cool in the cabinets before the end of today. So stick around and enjoy the chaos, which is me painting 10 Power Armored Marines in a day. Ciao. Okay, first things first was me getting my miniatures back on the painting handles that I use. Like I said at the beginning, I don't know why I stopped using it. Casually watching Miscast in the background. A very bizarre hobby YouTuber. And this is just going to help me to basically do all the different stages on these miniatures without dropping them, which I seem to have been doing a lot while I've been painting the last week, and I don't know why I didn't bother putting the models back on these stands. I have 40 of them, so there isn't a project I've done that I couldn't have every single miniature on a stand for, so a little bit silly of me. I think one of the important things to think about when doing a project like this is to understand the idea of time, and maybe try and rationalize or think about that before you start. So for instance, for me, I knew that doing the red stage with contrast with a brush on these 10 models was going to take up to about 2 hours. If I hadn't have thought about that first and I had have done one, and that one had have taken me like, 10 minutes ish, more, 12 minutes, I might have gotten disheartened. I mean, like, oh God. So after one, I would have looked at the other 9 and felt, but because I had set this time, I was like, okay, 2 hours to do this. I'll get this done before 11 o'clock. Then I'm in a good place. And I ended up finishing them around 10:15, so it took actually only an hour and 15 minutes. But I think managing your time, even like, I don't know, in your head more so than like a strict regimental thing, I think is important to understand that painting things does take time, and not to get disheartened with how long things can take. Break it down into smaller batches. I've often done that. Started with a squad of 10 miniatures and done like the first stage on the 10 of them and been like, oh, you know what, this is too many to paint all in one go, and we're going to break it down to 2 5s. Or if I need to break it down again, I'll do like 3 batches of 3, and then the last guy will be the sergeant. I'll put a little bit more effort into him, that kind of thing. I think it's super important to not try and soldier on
One of the ones I recently tried to soldier through was my Carsicans. I just decided to do all 10, and you know what? They've been left unfinished now for months. I swear to God, months. It's driving me insane. It has been the thing that's been holding up my new Imperial Guard Cadian army for months. So I really must go back to them and just pick a guy or two out at a time and finish them off. I'd be finished the squad in no time and then able to move on to some more things. But yeah. So knowing that these things are going to take time, knowing that this today is going to be a bit of a slog because I am painting 10 power armored miniatures all in one go, I obviously break up the day as well by lunch. So for instance, I had goals that I wanted to get all the red and all of the black on them before lunch, but also to get that Fireland texture paint from 8K on before lunch, so it would have that lunchtime period to dry so that I could work on them. I have been stung before where I'm kind of later in the day and I'm only starting to apply texture paste to bases and I need to start editing the video and I need final shots and it's a nightmare. So using your breaks and stuff like built into your painting schemes is super helpful. I mean, normally when I'm working on a project, I tend to do base coats and washes one day and then layering the next, you know what I mean? So it's like a natural break in the miniature. So first, the end result for me is always base coat and wash the miniature and put the texture paste on. So by the time I come back to the project the next day, that texture paste is dry and I can just add the dry brushing and some tufts or whatever. And it just speeds up the process. If I base coat and washed, then left the model, then came back the next day and then layered up the whole model and then all of a sudden I have to put texture paste on, then I have to wait till the next day for it to fully dry so I can do it. It would just be an absolute nightmare. So yeah, manage your time as smartly as you can. And I promise you it will help.
Okay, lunchtime has come and gone on day 4 of Leviathan week. I'm making some pretty steady progress. I'm really happy. We are currently at this stage with the Flamer unit. I'm trying to do the basing and stuff with these guys as I'm going along, but they are not actually part of today. So yeah, 10 Flamer guys. All the red is done, all the black is done. I've managed to get the Martian Iron Crusty, well, it's not actually Martian Iron Crust, it's the AK Firelands, and then I've gotten my Griffhound Orange contrast paint on the bases as well. So they're up to a really good steady pace. I'm really happy with the progress so far today. The last steps for today are to put on, say, Cygor Brown for all the belt buckles and but all the pouches and pistol holsters and scabbards for knives and stuff like that. Paint the purity seals, get the metallics on, which is mostly going to, with this project, is 90% silver, but these guys all have flamers, so I'm going to do the flamer tip bits and brass as well. Add the little icon for the flesh tears on the shoulder and then get the models washed with Nolan oil, and that will finish them off for today and for the Leviathan week itself. So today is not killing me as much as the last couple of days have. I'm pretty chill. I'm fairly sure I'm going to make it in time and get it edited. So yeah, hope you guys are enjoying this slightly more relaxed day. I certainly am more awake and more here. So I'm also very much looking forward to the Twitch stream later on tonight. By the time you watch this video, the stream will have come and gone, but if anyone is interested, I do stream on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday between 8 and 10 Irish time. There's conflicting as to what Irish time actually is. GMT +1, I don't know. Irish time, I'm sure you can look it up. So if you want to follow along or jump onto a Twitch stream and have some chats and get some hobby done, you are all very much welcome to do so. So without further ado, I'm going to get some more work done on this 10-man Flamer squad. You think I'd have looked up since this morning what they're actually called, but no, Flamer squad it is apparently. So yeah, let's get back to that.
This squad is actually quite a bizarre one as well. I mean, I can't remember the last time. In fact, I don't think there's ever been a starter set where you didn't get some basic infantry in it, like the backbone of your army or your force. These guys are definitely not the backbone. They're not a battle line unit. Neither the Stern Guard, neither the Terminators. So you usually got some assault intercessors or some normal intercessors or a normal tactical squad, or well, that's about it really, but you know what I mean. I thought it was quite brave of them to just go, you know what, forget it. We're just going to put cool stuff in the box and you can just, you know, get some basic infantry somewhere else. Or you've probably already got tons of basic infantry. So this is adding some nice new squads into your armies, which I thought was quite a cool way of doing it. Here's me working on the purity seals, some extra detail on the bases. I really do need to get a new cutting mat because the camera just likes to focus on the cutting mat more than it does the miniatures, which is a pain in the backside. I'm just kind of grown fond of the cutting mat. You know, when you've got so many marks and scars from cool projects you've worked on over the years that you don't particularly want to get a new one. But For recording purposes, I probably should. It's actually something I really want to do as a piece of merch, is to get my own custom cutting mats and desk protectors made up and put on the website. So maybe that's something that will happen in the near future. Would be very cool, I think. As a squad, it is quite a bizarre squad. All flamers. Flamers are something that I tend to kind of ignore or avoid when I'm doing armies a lot of the time, because I feel like you're only ever going to get to fire them once or twice in the game when you're in range. The rest of the time they're out of range, and I feel like that might happen with this. My plan is, of course, to try the new drop pod rules, being able to put a Primaris squad on a drop pod. This squad is definitely coming down on a drop pod and then torrent flamering the hell out of a unit. But then even I feel like after that they won't be able to catch up with another squad to do it again, so it'll be kind of a pain, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Finish dry brushing off that texture. Now that I can do that dry brushing straight away because the texture paste is fully dried, it means I can quickly go in and dry brush the rest of these models. I am super happy that I managed to get this 10-man squad done today, and it wasn't nearly as much of a slog as I thought it was going to be. I'm super pleased with that, so I don't feel exhausted. I'm way looking forward to my stream tonight, where I'm going to be tackling the base coats and washes on the Apothecary. And then tomorrow, I have those beautiful Stern Guard to sink my teeth into, and I'm very much looking forward to those. Stern Guard have long been one of my favorite units, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they do for Vanguard in the near future, and hoping we get some new Stern Guard Primaris versions of those. I think that will be absolutely amazing. Okay guys, this is the end of day 4 of Leviathan week. We have managed to successfully get the base coats and washes on, which is what we wanted to achieve for that flamer unit. So as it stands, the set itself is actually looking quite painted, with paint on absolutely every single miniature except for the Apothecary, which we'll be working on stream tonight, and the 5 Stern Guard, which I will be doing tomorrow. So yes, it looks like we are going to do a pretty good job on Leviathan week. Have a little bit of time left over. And this is going to be a video tomorrow finishing off the Stern Guard. I will do a video on Saturday with like a review video where I talk to you guys about Indominus week and Leviathan week as a whole, show you what I did with both of them and all the miniatures together and all that kind of stuff, just for a bit of fun. And talk through like my thought process on trying to do this, and what kind of projects like this I can do in the future. Show some of the things that I have in my pile of shame, which you guys might find really interesting to do for more videos like this or more series like this. So yeah, so with that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, you know what to do. Like the video, comment down below, let me know what you liked, disliked, or any suggestions you have, and make sure that you're subscribed. It's a very important thing to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. It takes 2 seconds out of your day and means the world to me. So thank you guys so much for watching today and sticking around to the end of the video, and I will see you in Friday's video.